Hey guys, this is Level Zero, and today I have a video on potentially why Battlefield 5 or the next Battlefield, or it's Battlefield 5, that was already confirmed, will not be a World War II game and more or less be a sequel to Battlefield 3 or 4, um or just a futuristic game that could be a sequel to 2143 and or was it 2142, one of those. Um well, either way, it could be a sequel to either one of those games. Now, the first little tidbit on thing that I pieced together is that if it were going to be 1944 or 1944, which it will most likely would have been called, if it were going to be in a World War II setting, why didn't they just call it World Battlefield 1944 instead of just calling it Battlefield 5, implying that it's going to be a sequel to Battlefield 3, 4, or 2142? And that's the first little tidbit of advice. Now, there's other stuff that I can't talk about, but you know, there has been some potential gun leaks or things that have been leaked, and it seems to be modern or futuristic. Now, that's another reason I'm hinting on why it could be modern or future. And I think it's going to be more of a futuristic game. It's not anything like the Call of Duty series where it's like 20 years ahead of us. It could be just 2 or 4 years ahead of us, and yeah. So one of the couple last reasons I have is, frankly, people come to expect a lot of customizations, a lot of challenges to go for, gun unlocks, camos, and I think there's one thing I'm missing. I'll probably remember at the end. But yeah, and and there's stuff like that. And even if they did go back to World War II, we've come to expect from Premium, well, based on Battlefield 3, 4, and Hardline, you get new guns in DLC well, specifically Premium, you get new challenges and guns. Now, if they went back to 1944, if assuming that's what it is, what would DICE do to fill the niche between new camos, new guns, and that stuff? I mean, if you go back to 1944, it's not like you can add in like a crossbow, or you can't add in like, well, I guess they could add in a flamethrower, but 1944, that should come with the game. So I don't really know what they would have to fill the niche in between camos and gun unlocks and new assignments. So that's another little theory on why I think it's not gonna go back to that to the World War series on the main Battlefield title. Now, what I do believe is that the next Battlefield, so the talk in their Battlefield scheme. If you don't know what I'm referring to, actually I referred to this in my latest video, which was, actually, I don't remember if I even published it yet, but I don't even know if I will publish it. But basically, the tick-tock system is referring to Intel, so when it's at the tick, it's usually some type of architectural improvement, and the talk is minor improvements. So the easiest way to define this was Haswell. No, was it Ivy Bridge in Haswell? I think. I'm not really sure. I don't really follow on it too much. And in Battlefield terms, it would have been Battlefield 3 with the massive destruction, great graphics, and blue tint, which is more or less on your opinion. Personally, I like the way the blue tint looks, so that's just my opinion. The talk was Medal of Honor Warfighter, which there was nothing really innovative to it other than the buddy system, which was genius in my opinion. And then the tick was Battlefield 4's Levolution, and then the talk was Battlefield Hardline, which again, well, it made well, Payday 2 or GTA or whatever you want to compare it to, but it makes fun. It proves that that game is more for casual people, hence why it's more popular on console than it is on PC. I'm not gonna get into that too much. I don't want to start a comment war in this comment section, so I'm just gonna move on from that. And then the tick would be Star Wars Battlefront. Even though it's not in the Battlefield franchise, it still is using the Frostbite engine, and that's what I'm referring to with the tick-tock system. So if you guys don't know, Battlefront has some stunning graphics, and actually I did talk about it in my Battlefront conclusion video, I think, which I don't even know if it's up, because I am recording a lot of voiceovers, that actually more or less some don't even make it into a video and end up getting deleted. But yeah, in Battlefront they have some pretty impressive graphics for that game, which will make you wonder at times if you're looking out a window or if you're looking at a picture rather than a game. So that would be the tick, and the talk, which will probably be Battlefield 5, and most likely include some type of new what's the word I'm looking for? Some new type of, let's just, well, I can't really think of the word right now, but let's just, for the sake of this, for the sake of time, let's just say new features. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Some type of new features. So they might add destruction like Battle Company 2, which I'd really like to see. But I can understand why that wasn't put in Battlefield 4. Okay, like, I mean, could you imagine on Flood Zone if you can take down all the buildings, especially on Siege of Shanghai? Like, could you imagine that, just taking down all the buildings on Siege of Shanghai? It'd probably be a team deathmatch. Like, so I can understand why it wasn't put in there. And you guys have to understand that Bad Company, those buildings were strategically placed. So even if you do destroy them, it's not like a flat map where you can see into everybody's spawns. It was just strategically placed. So it's the same thing like that. It's the same thing like Rush. So I don't know. This is just my thoughts on why it could not. I could be wrong. It could be 1944. However, highly doubt it. So, yeah. So if anything, if DICE really wanted to go back to 1944, I have a feeling they'd probably make it in a form of a Medal of Honor reboot type game, which was actually put on hold. The series wasn't cancelled, it was put on hold. So I think what EA is trying to do is wait it off and try to revive Medal of Honor. They're probably going to revive Medal of Honor when the new consoles come out, so that will probably be 2020 or 2022, 2021. So about 5 to 7 years from now, depending on how long the consoles last. And this is based off how long the PS3 and Xbox 360 have lasted, and I think they have lasted around 8 years going on 9. I'm pretty sure, because there still is games being released, and I'm pretty sure Black Ops 3 is going to be the last game for last gen consoles made. So it's going to be 9 years practically, and yeah, and that includes like content and DLC. So yeah, those are my thoughts on what could be next for the Battlefield field. There has been leaks, but they have been proven to be false and been taken down by EA, so I can't really show them. You guys are just gonna have to like do your own Google researching. So yeah, as always guys, if you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, you can leave a dislike. You can leave a comment letting me know what you think the next Battlefield could be, and you can leave opinions and stuff. I did not mean to start a comment war on AMD or Intel or Hardline or anything like that. Try to keep the chat clean. And so this is Level 0, and I'll catch you in the next one.